lots of our children who we think are in grade 3, they're going to really be functionally in grade 1. We're going to have a challenge in this country. I am very concerned about just the way in which we are engaging our children in terms of education in the midst of the pandemic. So I'm thinking that to a large extent the emphasis has to shift from direct teaching, which is important, to maybe social work, so that we now deploy a large number of social workers into communities just to ensure that children are engaged. Because it's one thing to have the offering, it's another thing to ensure that that offering that is being given,
that's online offering?
Yes, online offering, is being taken up by real children around a tablet or a device looking on. So I would hope that the government, as we go forward, will realize that in this new norm, the emphasis ought now to be social work for child engagement. In fact, you could have just one teacher teaching the entire island. I'm being ridiculous, but you could do that, and everybody gather around their tablets, and it's one grade 3 teacher teaching all of Jamaica. What we really need now is for workers to be in community, engaging, ensuring that children are engaged. I think too that we ought to do all we can to identify public spaces in community where we can establish centers that children can go to, So I think that places like here, for instance, maybe we need to be nudged a little more, encouraged, and even facilitated to ensure that a lab, a cyber center for children who can't access at home, which would be a lot of children, that there are places in every community where children can go to. For me, that is very, very big. Because in this time, I'm a middle class person, all right? I mean, so I'm telling you, if my children were young, I would not only have online class for them, which the school would organize, I would have a private tutor coming to my yard nearly every day. So maybe instead of employing a helper, I employ a tutor, and we cook and wash and clean and let that. So I'm feeling that there are a lot of people thinking like that in Jamaica who are middle class and upper class, and all they're doing is ensuring that their children get ahead. And while that is happening, there are a lot of kids in low-income communities that are just running up and down on the road. So the divide is going to get wider and wider. And that is my concern. I think that when the pandemic is over, lots of our children who we think are in grade 3, they're going to really be functionally in grade 1. We're going to have a challenge in this country. Around the world, but we are concerned about Jamaica. We have to do something to level the playing field.